What's up, traders? Zach here from the Trading Network. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, we are going to be diving into some trading psychology and specifically discussing 5 tips that you guys can use on a daily basis to avoid tilt and overtrading. Now, as some of you might know, this is a revamp of a video that I did probably 2 or 3 years ago, but now I feel like is a great time to redo this video because I have so much more experience and so much more seat time on the charts, taking trades, mentoring traders. So I feel like I can provide even more value doing another video like this on the same topic than I could 2 or 3 years ago. So with that said, I hope that this is valuable for you guys. If you guys do enjoy trading psychology content and content of this sort, please feel free to like, subscribe, and click that bell notification to be notified every single time we post videos. So without any further ado, let's dive in here and discuss what tilt is. I'm curious, and I bet I know the answer. Have you guys ever been trading well in the flow of the market, taking good setups, and perhaps you lose 2 or 3 trades in a row, and then all of a sudden you start to lose grip on your edge, you lose your control, you get angry, frustrated, and you don't know what's happening? That's called tilt, and it's one of, in my opinion, probably the largest reason why most traders blow their accounts, lose their money, and inevitably stop trading. So the term tilt is said to originally come from pinball, as when players would see the ball fall between the gaps, fall between the flippers, they would literally pick up the machine and tilt the machine one direction or another to try to, hit the ball. And what that would do was it would cause the machine to flash tilt and then suck the ball into the machine, and the players would inevitably lose their turn. So I am curious if you guys have ever seen that. I'm also curious if you guys can resonate with the loss of control by going as far as to pick up a pinball machine and try to avoid losing, to trading not to lose, right? Think about that for a minute. So in the world of poker, tilt refers to when players would find themselves essentially in a loop of negative feedback where they would continue to do the same thing repeatedly, expecting different results. Again, does this sound familiar to you guys? Doubling down on your contracts, widening your stop loss. Maybe it works once every blue moon, but the times that it doesn't, we surely pay. This typically leads to an emotional breakdown, intense frustration, which just causes further detriment to the player or the trader in our case. When it comes to trading, the tilt monster can creep up in many forms at any time, and no one is exempt. Remember that. No matter how good you are, no matter how much money you have made, you and we are never exempt from going on tilt. And all we are is one small momentary lapse in judgment away from doing detrimental damage to our accounts. Please keep that in mind. Things like FOMO, fear of missing out, overtrading, distractions from our everyday life are all common triggers of tilt. One of the most common triggers, as I discussed briefly, is multiple losses in a row, and furthermore, the inability to walk away after multiple losing trades. We as humans are wired to hate losing, especially when losing money is involved. Most people despise being wrong, and by way of being wrong, feeling stupid. We will do anything we can to avoid that feeling. Generally speaking, most people are wired to avoid that pain at all costs, and when it comes down to it, most people are not exactly comfortable stepping outside of their comfort zone, and they don't enjoy it, right? One thing that I said to one of my mentees recently was we need to make the area outside of our comfort zone our new comfort zone as a trader. It's almost required. I would say that it is absolutely required because that is how we rewire our brain to avoid the pitfalls that we as humans are hardwired to do. We must make the change and continuously change as people in order to understand how we can recognize our emotions and use that recognition to our advantage. So this, of course, includes doing or participating in things that don't necessarily feel good, but may be good for us in the long run. And I'm referring to stepping out of your comfort zone. In the world of trading, this equates to being okay with taking losses because we know that losses are truly part of any profitable trading system. Even the best trading system in the world is going to have losses. It's just unavoidable. It's all about how we take those losses and how we treat them. And if we can make sure that we lose less than we win, and generally speaking, that our losses are smaller than our winners. That is how we maintain consistent profitability in the long run. So, you might be on tilt if you feel yourself doing some of these things. Revenge trading, trading not to lose, getting angry or frustrated after a loss or a series of losses, blaming the market for your lost trade or your poor trade management, not accepting or allowing for variance in your system, which is what I was just talking about, letting the numbers work themselves out, accepting the loss, understanding that it's part of your system, and coming back the next day and taking more swings. Blaming anyone but yourself for your trading mistakes, not being able to walk away and separate yourself from the computer, especially, again, after a loss or a series of losses. So, with that said, here is a list of 5 things that helped me significantly on managing my mindset and controlling myself on my journey to becoming consistently profitable. So, with that said, let's talk about the 5 steps. 1, I would hold myself to 5 trades per day. Now, this means up to 5 trades. This is by no means a requirement that you must take 5 trades. With that said, if you are over trading, you can make this number even lower if you really need to put some training wheels on, for lack of a better way to put it. I think 5 trades generally is a good number, because if you are struggling with over trading, then you're probably taking a lot more than 5 trades. If you're taking 7 trades, 8 trades, 10 trades a day, and you can go back and you can be confident in saying that these are high probability setups and maybe some of them just didn't work out, I wouldn't consider that over trading. Over trading is not correlated with a number. It's correlated with a feeling. It's trading without having a plan. It's trading without using your edge. So I want you guys to be very vulnerable and honest with yourselves in analyzing your own trading and asking yourself, are you trading too much? Are you taking trades that are only pertaining to your edge? Or do you get to a point in your mental state where you just trade to feel something, where you just trade to make your money back, where you just trade because you want a little bit more P&L, because you want to hit some arbitrary number, right? Think about that. So, second thing that I would do is if I took 2 consecutive losses in a row, I would take at the very minimum a 15-minute break. And this means detaching from all things trading. This does not mean taking a break but sitting at your computer and continuing to watch the charts. This doesn't mean walking away from your computer and then pulling up TradingView or something on your phone and continuing to look at charts or continuing to talk about price action in Discord. You want to completely separate yourself entirely. Go work out. I actually got to a point where I would force myself, if I lost a certain amount of trades in a row, to go run a mile. And that was a drastic measure, but that is something that I had to do to really separate myself. I needed to completely take my mental focus off of anything trading, clear my mind with some exercise, release some cortisol maybe, and come back to the charts. Now, on the note of coming back to the charts, if I could come back to the charts and I could clearly, calmly, and consciously see what I did incorrectly from a purely analytical point of view, I would consider getting back into the markets with a small size on my highest probability setup. That means sizing down and waiting for an A+ to make sure that you are indeed getting back into the swing of things. If, on the other hand, I was still struggling to see what I did incorrectly, if I was still feeling emotional, if I was still feeling fragile or uncomfortable, it's very likely that I either needed a longer break or that it's just not my day. Not every day will be my day. That's okay. Not every day will be your day. And that's how we live to trade another day as traders. We accept that fact. We accept the fact that in order to be a consistently profitable, winning trader over the long term, we must take losses and be good at taking losses. Not every day will be your day, and not every day will be a winning day. That is okay, and that's part of this game. So, with that said, I hope that this was a helpful video for you guys. I hope that you can take what I discuss in this video and use it to your advantage and truly understand that if you implement these 5 things and live by them and do not deviate from these things, you will start to change as a trader. You will develop discipline. You will stop being frustrated to a point where you cannot pry yourself away from the keyboard because you feel with every fiber of your being that you need to make your money back. That will stop happening. And if that's happening to you guys, it's okay, because that is natural as a human to experience those emotions. This is why trading is not easy, because we have to, once again, rewire our brain to think differently than we were normally programmed to do. And this is why trading is very difficult, and that somebody who can, have crazy accolades in other aspects of their life, doctors, lawyers, etc., they can come to trading and basically feel like they are at ground zero, because they are. Because this is not like any other profession. We do not have to be as self-aware in our normal everyday lives that we have to be when we are trading, when we have money on the line, when we have risk on the line, when we, as humans, have fragile states of mind naturally. We have to strengthen our states of mind. We have to become okay with taking a loss, multiple losses in a row, maybe even multiple losing days in a row. Guess what? You can have a profitable system and lose several days in a row for several reasons. And as long as you control your emotions and you know when it's time to walk away, you will live to trade another day, and you will survive this game in the long term, and you will thrive in this game in the long term. And I think that is the most important part of this all. Sure, it's awesome to make a lot of money in a day, in a week, in a month, whatever. But the way that you get to those achievements, the way that you see that success, is by truly learning about yourself, learning how to control yourself, learning how to set rules, and most importantly, following those rules. Trading is not complicated, but it is not easy. If you can follow what is essentially a recipe for success in both a technical aspect, which is having technical checkboxes like we give you in the Fundamentals of Futures Trading course, if you can have your own set of trading psychology checkboxes as well, where you walk away after 5 trades, maximum 5 trades per day, where you walk away after 2 or 3 consecutive losses, where you analyze and journal before you get back into the charts, instead of just diving in impulsively because you want to make your money back. That is when you will notice the change happening in real time. So once again, I want to thank you guys immensely for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's a bit different, so please leave me some feedback and let me know what you think about this kind of content, because I think trading psychology is really where the difference is made between the successful and the unsuccessful traders. So if you do, once again, enjoy this content, please feel free to like, subscribe, and click that bell notification to be notified every single time that we post videos here on the channel. If you guys want to learn more about what we do here at the Trading Network, please check out thetradingnetwork.io, where you can, of course, purchase access to our most popular offering, the Pro Trader Bundle, which includes lifetime access to our private Discord, access to the Trading Network Proprietary Indicator Package, as well as our Fundamentals of Futures Trading course, where we give you those technical checkboxes. If you guys have any questions, you can email us at info@thetradingnetwork.io, and we will get back to you and help any way we possibly can. Thank you one more time. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.